Hi everyone, I realized that I'm super behind on giving you guys a market update for fall winter 2020 and going into 2021. I've just been trying to gather some resources for you guys, and I know that the most pressing question on people's mind is what's going to happen with the stimulus. Well, that's hard to say. It is possible that Congress will not make its deadline of Friday to come up with a reasonable solution. It sounds like quite a few positive things are on the table. One of the negative things that is off the table is giving state and local municipality support for services. And I know, especially in Seattle, where there's a big struggle on getting basic services to people right now and who's going to pay for it, that's not good news. But what is good news in Seattle right now, especially for people who already own a home, is that prices are up and buyership is way up. And we frankly have the really wonderfully low interest rates to thank for that. And also just a really high median income for Seattle residents. And for some people that's a blessing and other people that's a curse. One of the strongest markets that I've been supporting in 2020 is people leaving Seattle. There are many people who put their business in the high earners and selling houses in Seattle. My sphere of influence and the people who I love and support are people who are moving out. So relocated one family from Burien to Lewis County, relocated one set of friends from a rental in Bothell to a home in Tacoma. And that market is really hot. So on average, Seattle housing prices are up in value 7 to 8% above asking when selling a listing. And in Tacoma, that's even higher. So the average sale over listing price right now in Tacoma is 9 to 10% above asking. And that's just a median. That doesn't happen in all cases, but the market cannot be undersold right now as being extremely hot. I heard a really interesting conversation on NPR. Jordan River Moving Company conducted a little analysis of their own data, because I know that many people were worried that there's going to be a big drain in Seattle and that would give downward pressure on sale prices. And Jordan River, they looked at their own analysis and they concluded that for every one person that leaves Seattle, there are 2 people coming to Seattle. Many of those people are coming from California. We don't have as many fire hazards, although we do have fire hazards, but compared to California, not so much. And your power is always on, and a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house in the city isn't $2 million. So we look like a bargain to many Californians. And again, that's not always a wonderful situation for the regular home buyer. So what do we do about getting regular home buyers into the market? There are a couple of things. Certainly, the interest rates play a big part. So if you have 3.5% to 5% that you can put into a home, and you're willing to go a little bit outside of Seattle to get that, you can still buy a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home in, say, like Kent or Auburn or Federal Way for about the $400,000 mark. And that might come to less than your rent that you're paying right now. If you're paying $2,000 of rent, if you're paying $2,200 of rent, you may be able to buy a house in one of those markets for less money. The traffic is still improved from before. So, and a lot fewer of us are commuting to work at the moment. And trends in that aspect are looking like they're going to stay pretty consistent. Many offices are just choosing not to have people come in. So, and we'll have to see how that develops. That being said, when I went from Burien to Tacoma to deliver keys to North Tacoma, it took me 57 minutes door to door. So I don't think we're completely out of the woods on the traffic situation anyway. So what are my conclusions? I would say, first of all, if you have a listing Do not be afraid to list right now. There are just not enough houses for the number of people who are qualified to buy a house. Rent, even though rents are going down a little bit in Seattle, they're still really high. And there is a chance that you could buy a house in another market for less than you're renting your apartment in Seattle right now. That's just a fact. So it's making the markets a little bit hot, but what I will also tell you, buyers, is be ye of good cheer, have faith, because all the buyers that I have helped during COVID in 2020 have met their goal of attaining a home in a place that made them comfortable, that seemed reasonable for them to live in, and fulfilled their dreams, and is less than what they're paying for rent. The last place that I closed, I think they're paying like $900 less in mortgage than they were in rent in Bothell. So, I mean, that's significant. It's super significant. So when you're thinking about quality of life and where to buy, there are wonderful markets available. I sold a couple houses in Bremerton in the last 2 years, and those people have remarkable quality of life. And there's a 30-minute fast ferry from Bremerton to downtown Seattle should we start commuting again. So like there are opportunities and advantages, but clearly the biggest opportunity is for someone who wants to list their house, someone who is ready to sell. So if you have that opportunity and you want to just see what your options are and what your house might be worth in this market, please reach out to me. And if you're a buyer and you're looking to pay less a month and have more, there are markets for you. There are options for you, not just in Bremerton. Like I said, Auburn, Kent, Federal Way, Tacoma, those markets are still available to you. And I sell in those markets and I love those markets. So whatever is coming your way, I just want to say that I'm here to support you guys and give you the best options. And my name's Benny Sack, and I sell happiness with Keller Williams Seattle. And I love and appreciate you all. And thanks a lot. Enjoy yourselves. Have a wonderful holiday. And we'll see you in 2021. Goodbye.